Hey guys, it's Adam with Water Rock Farming, and today I'm going to show you my take on the Johnson-Su Bioreactor design here that I've made. So this design here, so you can see, it's a pretty cool design. It's based off of a 275-gallon USB tote. What's different about this design that other people really aren't doing is we're using the inside of the bladder to be able to make the design, and then we're also using this bottom here as a leachate catcher. So then we're going to be able to have fresh Johnson-Su um, compost extract that's going to be able to leach out of here. I left it open right now because I don't want to capture any of the juices that are coming off right now, especially while we're cooking. Yeah, we're cooking really hot right now. The temperature is actually showing close to about 160 degrees and stuff. So we want to keep the temperatures lower than that once we start actually catching the leachate. So we want to let it finish the thermophilic phase that it's going through right now. And then once we put the worms in there, maybe even like a week or two or maybe even longer before we start catching the leachate, it'll actually just get better and better over time. It'll start off a high bacteria and low fungal ratio, just like the compost would be. And then it'll start getting better to a fungal ratio, which can take all the way up to like a year or so. But we're hoping to be able to have a good leachate within like a couple months at the most. But I'm going to start trying to see what I could do about testing him and how is it coming out, and then testing over time. So if you guys want to be able to keep up on that, go ahead and follow us on our YouTube channel, like and subscribe, and I'll show you guys and I'll keep you posted on that as well. Also, I want to hear about your thoughts of what you guys think about this design. We have, we just used what we had around here. So we had a bunch of this 1/4-inch galvanized steel to be able to put the hole. So I was able to do different diameters for different areas and stuff. We've used a lasagna layer design too. We just stacked it with the carbon and nitrogen. So the wood chips at the bottom, and then we did a nitrogen, which also consisted of goat manure, yard clippings, and also some like the rotted tomatoes from our produce and peppers and stuff that spoiled over time that were already kind of bad. So we've layered up here and make sure we're going to put it to good use to be able to have some powerful compost. Yeah, a little bit more about the design here. The inside bladder part, all we did was just cut it down here. Very simple concept. We just cut it right down here and then took out the bladder. And then we just flipped it upside down and pretty much put it back in after poking several, 1/4-inch to 1/8 holes in the bladder itself before we put it back in there, and put two cinder blocks down in the bottom over there. So you kind of see that the gaps here, probably going to put some tape around there so then the leachate stays right now. But again, so during the thermophilic phase, we don't want to capture the leaches. So every time I water it, it'll come out of that hole, and it also helps prevent it from getting anaerobic, which is a big thing. There's aerobic and anaerobic. We don't want anaerobic because that's a condition without oxygen, and then we want aerobic. So right now, that's why we have these tubes and all that. If you don't know too much about Johnson-Su, go ahead and look it up and stuff. But let me know what you guys think, and also like and subscribe.